I didn't come prepared this weekend for going underground, and all Martin's gear is miles too big. It's bliss to stand up again under the shaft, and I can just make out an early star in the violet sky as I set foot on the iron ladder. By the time we reach the top, my arms are killing me. Martin swings the trapdoor shut over the shaft and crouches to padlock it. "You didn't like it much in there, did you?" he asks. He has the unnerving habit of reading my thoughts. "No. It's funny, I don't like this one either," he says. I reach into my pocket for my tissues. "Oh, shit!" There's nothing in my pocket. I go cold all over. "We've got to go back. I have to improvise, or no way will he let me go back in. My car keys have fallen out of my pocket." Martin rolls his eyes. "I blew my nose just before I went into that last tunnel. I can't have zipped up the pocket properly afterwards." Something coughs behind me and I swivel in sudden panic, just in time to see a huge black bird swoop across the clearing. "Jesus!" There's always something numinous about places like this, entrances to the underworld. "That must be the biggest bloody crow I saw in my life." "Not a crow," says Martin. "Raven." He throws back the cover with a crash loud enough to wake the dead. I sit on the edge of the shaft, feet dangling. "Get on with it," he says. "I'm just thinking maybe I should ring the AA instead." But I'm not thinking that, because it wasn't car keys I lost. There are good holes in the ground, and there are bad holes in the ground. As I come off the ladder onto the chalk floor of the flint mine, this has turned into one of the bad sort. I know it from the way the shadows bounce and weave round the light of my head torch. I smell it in the musty, dead scent of the air. This time the gallery seems interminable. I can hear Martin behind me muttering "fuck" softly with every breath. The entrance to the side passage. I wriggle in on my stomach, hearing the hush, hush, hush of my Gore-Tex trousers against the rock as my fingers grope every inch of the tunnel floor. For some reason, Martin's laughing. I can hear the creak of it coming down the tunnel, just as my fingers close on a small, hard disc, polished and smooth on one side, rough on the other. A creak. The same jarring note as fingernails on a blackboard. Suddenly it's not Martin laughing, and it's not funny. "Oh, shit!" The creak turns into a crack, and then a rushing, pattering sound. My fingers clamp down hard on what's in my hand, branding it into my palm. There's a swirl of dust fogging the head torch, making me cough. As it darkens, I picture the thousands of tons of earth and rock that lie between me and the sky, and brace myself for the crushing weight of it all on my chest. The night I found the tunnel, there was a big white moon as bright and hard as chalk. It was a few days before my 14th birthday. When I started the climb up the quarry face, I didn't care whether I lived or died. The entrance to the tunnel was a patch of shadow on the rock, covered with long creepers and dreadlocks of ivy. There was a ledge in front, a platform just big enough to park a bum on, or I would have missed it altogether. I leaned back, expecting to find rock, but the ivy parted. And there was the adit, the tunnel leading into the mine. I ducked through the leaves and crawled in. There were legends about those tunnels. About 15 years before, 3 schoolboys had made their way in and hadn't come out again. The police were called. They went in after them with torches and tracker dogs, and they got lost too. We knew really that they came out, all of them, but we liked to scare ourselves with the idea that they hadn't and were still there, doomed to wander through the veins of the rock forever. The year after the boys got lost, the entrances to the tunnels had all been blocked up. Sometimes a hole would appear mysteriously in someone's garden, or a pet dog would vanish and people would say they heard subterranean barks and yelps, but those were the only reminders that the underground world of my imagination existed. I wasn't afraid of starving terriers or schoolboys' ghosts. Then I was never afraid of anything underground. Caves fascinated me. In one, I was sure, I might one day find the first Englishman. I got to my feet and took a blind step into the real darkness, fingers brushing the rough-hewn tunnel wall to keep me straight. I won't go far, just a few steps. I turned round to look back. I couldn't see the entrance. In my panic, my fingers lost contact with the tunnel wall and I lost my balance and ended up on hands and knees. When I managed to get to my feet again, the tunnel wall had vanished too. Oh God, oh God, oh God! There was nothing to tell me which way I'd come or which way to go. And the darkness wound so tightly round me it was crushing the air out of my body. Please, God, let me find a way back.